What's up YouTube for today's video where we're full best fainting animations team. So what I did, there's actually a lot of Pokemon that could have fallen into this category, so I picked a lot from some different games and put them on one team. I just showed you the actual fainting animations before that if you haven't seen them. So a couple were from Pokemon Stadium, one was from Battle Revolution, and the others were from Sun and Moon. But what do you think, what Pokemon do you think has the best fainting animation or multiple ones? Please leave them below in the comment section. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. And let's get into this one. Now, this was the second highest voted comment in the Pimpnite community tab, so I thought I'd definitely do this one. It was really interesting. So, we have a battle on my my Discord. This one was against Blue on the run. So, if a Pikachu lead, I've got my Mr. Mime lead. Now, Mr. Mime, when it faints, actually does a bit of a twirl. Now, the good thing about this, you'll get to see all the fainting animations because, you know, well, my Pokemon are going to faint, aren't they? The only ones you won't see were the Pokemon Stadium ones, so I put those ones in the intro there instead. So, Mr. Mime does his little twirl and goes down. So now we've got Buzzwell. Now Buzzwell, when it faints, actually does like a flex. It's actually pretty cool. It also does a similar animation when it actually uses like a move like Work Up. So now we got the Pikachu using the knockoff on my Buzzwell. I'm going to go for the Fell Sting on the Pikachu. Oh, and it fails to take it out. I was going to try and get like a +4 there to, from the Fell Stinger kill and the Beast Boost. So now we got the Pikachu using the Encore against my Buzzwell. So Buzzwell, upon taking the Pikachu out, is going to get a +3 from Fell Stinger, which is really nice, and then Beast Boost is going to come in give it another +1. So, yeah, a pretty strong move on Buzzwell. So let's go. I actually didn't say what Mr. Mime set was. It was a physical set, max attack and max speed, Zen Headbutt, Power Up Punch, Ice Punch, and Thief. Psychium Z with the Technician ability. So since I'm locked into the Encore Fell Stinger, we've got the Deadney going for the Thunderbolt on my Buzzwell. I'm going to go for the Fell Stinger at +4. Oh, I missed it again. That was like twice in a row. I knew that it resisted it, but I thought I could like at least make it with the +4. Unfortunately, it's going to be able to take me out with a Thunderbolt. God damn, I would have got +6 in attack then. It would have been an Encore Fell Stinger sweep. Oh, well, don't worry, guys. I've got this special attacking Buzzwell sweep anyway. All right, so we got this Sudowoodo. Now, Sudowoodo, when it faints, actually, it literally sits down when it faints. It's quite funny. So anyway, we got the swap on the Deadney, and we got the Mimikyu coming in. So I'm going to go for the Rock Polish. This was a special attacking Sudowoodo. So Sudowoodo has actually a really bad special attack stat. And also it actually has very, very little special moves to even work with itself. But the best one I had, right, if you don't go for... I actually got Hidden Power Rock on it. Hidden Power Rock is its best move. It also has Earth Power as well. And they kind of hit around the same base power, which is kind of sad. The other move I had, it was Round. So it really... didn't have a very good move pool at all. So Mimikyu's going to actually burn me. Not that it matters because I'm running a special set. Now I've got Sturdy and Weakness Policy on this one. Max Special Attack and Max Speed. So even after it gets a Weakness Policy activated, it still doesn't hit very powerful at all. So Mimikyu's going to go for the Infestation. It's going to trap me in, and it's got Will-O-Wisp, and it's got Infestation. So I can't do anything. I just have to use like weak Earth powers against it. So there's a lot of other cool Pokemon. I'm trying to think of some other cool ones on the top of my head. I had one then. It'll come to me in a second. So anyway, we got the Mimikyu. It's going to go for Spite this time. Now, what Spite does, you really don't see Spite very often. It actually decreases the PP of the last move you use. So, you know, especially if you get a choice, definitely a choice Pokemon, and you've trapped them in somehow, and it's not a very, very, very effective move, you can potentially make them struggle with a Spite. It's a very interesting move. So now I'm going to go for the Earth Power again on the Mimikyu. It's doing around them as much as Hidden Power Rock does on Mimikyu. Obviously, this is a bulky Mimikyu, so I don't think it's like it's at least max health. So it's depleting my Earth Power, my best attack really, and I really can't do anything to this at all. I'm slowly going down to the bird and infestation damage. Absolutely nothing I could do here. Now tomorrow I've got, what's tomorrow? Well, it's technically Tuesday tomorrow, so I think I've got I may have a Soul Link going up tonight. I'm not sure. If not, it'll be tomorrow, and then I've got another theme team, and I think we may have a, I've got a top, I was going to put a top 10 Pokemon thing out, but I haven't been able to finish it. So that's going to be next week for the people that were wondering about that one as well. I thought I'd give you guys a couple of channel updates while I was getting Infestation and burned by the Mimikyu. But hopefully I should have that one out on early next week. I'm about halfway through it. Okay, so anyway, go for my final Earth Power on the Mimikyu. Now Mimikyu's going to go for Infestation and take me out. I actually ran out of Earth Powers right here. That was my last Earth Power. Mimikyu depleted all of my Earth Powers with the Spite. So here I had to go for the Hidden Power Rock. Now, even though I got free for the Infestation, it really couldn't do anything. It's a slow Pokemon, and you know I didn't have my weakness policy could never be activated at that low amount of health. So I just let my Sudowoodo die. So that goes down, and you got to see the amazing animation there of it sitting down. So now we got this problem with this bulky Mimikyu. So I'm going to go into my Snorlax. So as you seen in the intro, Snorlax actually gets up when it faints. It's kind of like slaking too. Like I think slaking is it's sitting like laying down on its side, but when it faints, it actually gets up, then falls over. In Pokemon Stadium, Snorlax actually gets up and does like a backflip, like some backflip kind of thing, and then it faints. It's quite funny. So anyway, this is my physical Assault Vest Snorlax. On this set, we've got Earthquake, Retaliate, Ice Punch, and Crunch. I've run this guy a couple of times. And we got the ability as immunity item as Assault Vest, max health and max attack. So going for the Earthquake on the Mimikyu, finally take it out after like 3,000 years. And really that was the only Pokemon, I think out of the Pokemon they had left, Snorlax was like the only Pokemon that actually could do anything to that. So we got the Deaden here. I can go for the Earthquake, take this thing out. It's going to go for the Voltage. But I did note they had a Flying type Pokemon on the team. So I thought, I'm going to go for the Ice Punch instead. Even though you could probably guess what their team is as well if you haven't guessed that one already. So I guess the Emolga would come in and wait for the Ice Punch as I knew it would be super effective. And that does nice damage, but it's going to have a Focus Sash instead. So I was like, okay, well, at least I burn up the Focus Sash. And now I'm going to get static by the Emolga's ability. That kind of sucks. I actually nicknamed my Emolga Momo too off Avatar The Last Airbender. Anyway, so it's got, speaking of which, it's going to go for the Air Slash. And I don't get flinch, and now I'm going to go for the Retaliate on the Emolga, and that is going to take it out quite easily. So a lot of the time I ran like a choice band set on Snorlax. It can work both ways. This time I opted for the Assault Vest for a little bit more bulk, and so it wouldn't be locked into like, you know, each move. So now we got the Deaden coming in. I don't think this time it's going to go for Volt Switch. I just went for Earthquake. That's going to hit me with a Thunderbolt. Snorlax is very, very bulky, and that's going to take it out with the Retaliate. So Snorlax is sort of like getting me back into this game. I'd say out of all the Pokemon team, I'd say Snorlax was probably the best. And Buzzwell as well. But the Buzzwell set was sort of a gimmick. Like, what I did with it, I had a Quick Claw on it. I wanted to get my attack stat up. I had Hammer Arm on it too. I wanted to drop my speed like really, really low and get my attack set up and then start spamming Gyro Ball. But I really couldn't do it in this situation. So anyway, we got the, I nearly called it the Togedemaru. Go for the Zing Zap, and that's going to flinch my Snorlax, take him out. So that was a little bit of hacks there, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, we got the Regigigas coming in now. It's quite got like the reason I call it dramatic, it's got like quite a dramatic fainting animation. I put that one at the start, it's quite funny. And anyway, we got the Iron Head coming from the Togedemaru. I'm going to get the Focus Blast, and it misses. Oh, that sucks, because that definitely at the spot I was like, well, that's definitely going to take it out, right? So I'm running I'm running back special attack. So now we got the flinch from the Iron Head again, and now we got the Togedemaru go for another Iron Head. I just lived this one here. I'm going to be able to eat my Wiki Berry and get lots of my health back. So this is good. I went for the Focus Miss here, but I got flinched again. So I've missed this thing twice with Focus Miss. Now it's going to go for the Fell Stinger. So I'm like, okay, why is it going for Fell Stinger for this? Clearly that's not going to take me out, right? Focus Miss finally connects on the Togedemaru, and that's going to take it all the way down to its Sturdy. So it didn't have Iron Barbs or anything like that. It had Sturdy. So it's going to weakness policy as well. I'm like, oh, here we go. So it's going to be able to use Iron Head now. There's no way I can swap into my other Pokemon. It's very, very weak to this. And now it's going to go for Reversal on my Regigigas. And of course, that's going to take it out because it's got like a +2 in attack. And Regigigas is super effective against it. So my last Pokemon is like a mean-looking set. It doesn't have any attacking moves. And Togedemaru can just use Iron Head or any move. I think an Iron Head without a weakness policy would have taken it out anyway. So now it's going to go for Fell Stinger, which is quite ironic because I was going for Fell Stinger Sweep at the start. And it's going to take my Jinx out with the crit, which definitely made him. Thank you so much for the battle. I'm totally not salty about that or anything. So we have another battle on my Discord. This one was against Eckhard. Now, if you guys do want to join my Discord, that's in the description of the video. And now we got the Mr. Mime lead again. So I opted to this a lot of time to go for the lead. Now, we got the Shuckle. I thought, well, it may try and set something up, so let's go for the Power Punch. I might be able to get, like, quite a few of these up, because usually, a lot of the time, Shuckle doesn't have a lot of damage output, just relies on status. However, we got a Shell Smash Shuckle without Contra. It's going to be a sweeping set. So it's going to get a boost in its special attack and its attack. I actually ran one of these, too. It's quite funny. So we've got the White Herb to patch its defenses drops. So now going for the Power Punch again. Obviously, it's getting powered up by Technician too. So I've got a +2 on attack. Now we got this, we got the Shuckle going for a Sludge Wave. It's a special attacking set. It actually does a lot of damage to my Mr. Mime. So I'm going to have to really go for the attacker. So I'm going to go for the Psychic MZ Zen Headbutt. I was actually thinking, should I go for Zen Headbutt, go for the flinch, and then go for the Psychic MZ Headbutt afterwards to definitely get the KO, but I thought, nah, it's too risky. I know Zen Headbutt actually won't take it out on its own. So I've got to go for the Z move for some damage. So now Mr. Mime going for the Z move. I actually really like it doing the Z move. It's like it's using oops, I just knocked my... I was trying to do the barrier it was doing with its hands. I actually hit my microphone. So now the Shuckle's going to live that one, unfortunately, and it's going to be able to take me out the Sludge Wave. There's nothing I could have done there. I mean, I could have gone for the Zen Headbutt. Then again, Zen Headbutt could have missed too. So I guess, that's not too bad. It's in KO range. So now going into my Sudowoodo, hoping that it would activate my weakness policy. So I'm going to go for the Rock Polish here. And now I know Shuckle's special moveset actually does contain Earth Power, and I was right, so now it's going to hit me with the Earth Power. I'm going to have Sturdy myself. Not that it matters, I actually lived that one, and now I'm going to activate my weakness policy. So I'm like, this is good. I've probably got like a semi-okay special attack stat now after that weakness policy. So going for Earth Power, and I'm going to take the Shuckle out with that one. So that's good. I'm set up. I've got a +2 in speed, and I got a +2 in special attack. Not that it really guaranteed me any KOs. I really needed like another... I needed like 2 weakness policy. So now going for the Hidden Power Rock on the Bunnelby. Does some big damage, but fails to take it out. And now it's going to go for the Endeavor. So I'm guessing... well, it probably had the Focus Sash, right? And now here it's going to go for the Quick Attack. There's no point in me swapping out. I knew they'd probably have Quick Attack, but on 5 health and being a very slow Pokemon and already using up my weakness policy, there wasn't much to even, there's no reason to swap it out. So now going into the Buzzwole, I can go for the Fell Sting here. It's going to go for the Flail. Does some pretty big damage to me, considering Buzzwole's mighty defense stat. And now go Fell Stinger. That's going to give me a instant +4 in attack. So down goes the Bunnelby. Okay, so getting the good thing about Beast Boost and Fell Sting is you get like an instant +4. It's very, very overpowered. Of course, if you got the attack stat as the highest stat. So now we got the Farfetch coming in. So like, I can go for the Hammer Arm here. Farfetch is going to be able to outspeed me. It's going to be a special set, and it's going to go for Air Slash, and that's going to be enough to take out my Buzzwole. Rip. So I'm going to feint, but don't worry, I'm going to flex right at the last moment and take out that Farfetch. Don't worry, I still got 3 Pokemon remaining. So we got the Snorlax here. I can go for Retaliate. None of the Pokemon are really going to be wanting to swap into this. Farfetch is going to go for the Work Up, boosting its special attack. Obviously, Snorlax is very, very bulky, and I've got the Assault Vest too. Even if it did attack me, it didn't really matter. I was always going to live that. So Farfetch is going to go down in one shot. I knew they probably wouldn't have a Focus Sash or anything like that either. So now we got the Survivor. I do have the Earthquake on this set. Now, since I'm not running a Choice Band, Survivor does have like a smallish chance of actually living this, so I thought, well, that's really the only thing I can do to it is go for the Earthquake. So now it's going to be a physical set, go for the Poison Jab. I'm going to go for the Earthquake, hoping for a KO on this thing, and I don't get the KO, and now Survivor is going to be able to eat its berry, so it's going to be a 2-hit KO, right? I'm kind of happy with that. Now, I also have the immunity ability too, so I know that I can't get poisoned, which is nice. Now, Survivor's going to go for the Poison Jab. I thought it might try and go for a Final Gambit against me too, so I didn't want to swap either. So I know Snorlax has, a lot of health. So go for the Earthquake on the Survivor, and that's going to be enough to take it out, which is nice. So I've got 2 Pokemon remaining. I've still got my Snorlax left and 2 other Pokemon. So I've got my Jinx with Mean Look, so I was kind of hoping, if I could get them down to the last Pokemon right, I could go for the Mean Look or just for the Parasong right. So now we got the Samurott. There wasn't a lot I could do here other than going for the Earthquake. Samurott's going to go for the Aqua Tail. That's going to take out my Snorlax. That's fine. Snorlax did a pretty dang good job. It's also going to have the Life Orb as well for a little bit more damage output. So now I've got my my Regigigas. So Regigigas, this set, I actually used Regigigas yesterday too. This was a Thunder Wave, Confused Ray, just to get up my slow start. I've also got Nature Power and Focus Miss. I've got the Wiki Berry as the item too. So now going for the Thunder Wave, it misses. I'm like, oh, I really, really hate the Thunder Wave nerf. It's probably one of my most hated nerfs. So I almost swapped out then into my other Pokemon being my Jinx. I'm kind of lucky that I didn't. And I'm going to get Thunder Wave myself. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of annoying, but hoping I can get like an attack off here. But I go for my own Thunder Wave this time on the Samurott. I could have gone for the Nature Power, but I wanted to get some... I really wanted to get my slow start going. And, I knew what the last Pokemon was too. So now we got the Samurott, which is going to swap this time. And we got the Sceptile. So I really needed to take out one of those Pokemon. Okay, so Sceptile is going to go swap into the Confusion Ray. So I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. I could go for the Thunder Wave here, and then I could spam Nature Power. That could work. Anyway, so we got the Sceptile. I'm not sure what move. It can run like a nice physical set, nice special set. It's got very nice moves. Okay, so it's going to hit itself in Confusion. That's pretty good. Going for Nature Power here. I was like, if I can get like a scummy status from Nature Power, that'd be awesome. It still does pretty good damage. So now I can go for Nature Power this turn. It's going to snap out of the Confusion the first go, or the second go, and it's going to use the Leaf Blade on me. It doesn't crit me, which is nice, and I can eat my Wiki Berry and get lots of my health back. So I'm in a pretty good position. All I got to do is go for the Nature Power, and I get paralyzed there when I'm going to go for Nature Power. So that's really, really sucks there. I could have taken out Sceptile. Anyway, so now we got the Sceptile. It's going to go for a Z move here, so a Normalium Z. Now, it actually wasn't an attacking move. So I was like, I should be able to probably just leave it whatever normal move that's going to throw at me. However, it's going to be Z Screech. So that actually drops my defense by 2 stages. So I'm like, oh no. I can't swap into Jinx, right? And I get paralyzed. And I was going to go for the Nature Power again. So once again, Sceptile would have gone down twice, and it didn't. So now I'm going to go for the Leaf Blade, and it's going to take me out with a crit. Man, this team, I got so unlucky with it. So Regigigas is down. My last Pokemon is Jinx. I can't use my Mean Look strategy because, you know, it was only meant to be used on the last Pokemon, and it can just use Leaf Blade anyway, and that's going to be way too much for my Jinx to handle, even at max health. And that is game. I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. God damn, I got unlucky. But can I win in the bloopers? Watch to find out.